do see the chat. Sorry while I try and get my... Oh, there we go. Don't pull the whole shelf down. Alright. Just plug that in for some power. Alrighty, now what am I up to? Sorry, I've just changed my wire working station, so everything's kind of not quite worked out properly, like the lighting and everything. But I bit the bullet and posted these earrings online. Not these exact ones that I'm showing. And I'm just making some more variations. I'm just having like 1 or 2 of each kind of bead up there. Yeah. So I've done lots of practice items and rings and whatnot. And I thought I might as well go back and do a couple that I was really happy with and actually start putting them up for sale. Because we are all our worst critic. And I need to listen to the good voices that I am good enough. So yeah. I'm just chatting to myself. This is mostly a test run stream. I can't talk too loud because I am above the bedroom and my partner works nights, so currently sleeping at the moment. So this earring, YouTube lady, I watch a few. This is Beautiful Nights, I think I've got her on this tablet, which is old and giving me grief. I did have one of my little laptops up here, but it was no, I don't want you. Oh, and I've got some weird app on there that I need to remove. Okay, so what's your name? So Beautiful Night, so beautiful but with beads instead. I think her name is here somewhere. I thought I saw it on one of them. But anyway, if you look up Beautiful Nights, if you want to do this design, she has called it the captured bead wire earring. Don't mind adverts on my... Okay, technical difficulties, so there we go. Is that one finished? And as I was saying, this is just my first test run stream. This is so I can hopefully meet other creative people. And this way, if I'm doing this, instead of just watching other people, I'll get some stuff done. Okay, so next colour bead is going to be this green. Can't really tell. I do need to work on the lighting. Let's see if I can move this one a bit closer without spilling the most important thing in life, my coffee. Okay. So yeah, I've just organised my craft room again, because for some reason my brain thinks if that's perfect I'll be able to do good work. Okay. Maybe if I bring them down. Oops. Let's see. Oops. I've got to get used to where the camera's on this side. I'm just using my phone. This is my everyday phone. I keep my old phones because they have some good cameras, so I will test between them, but a couple of them were like dead batteries, so this is my last ear hook that I've got, so I'll have to make some more. Today I'm just using this one. I got this from Amazon for free. Well, you know, I play games on one of those apps, and I got a gift certificate for Amazon, so I spent it on wire. I only have a small collection because I've just gotten into the wire crafting, and really just back into crafting in general. So the other day I was making attempting to make some charms out of a bunch of old CDs that I got. I will have to play with that more. I'm not sure I'll be able to film that, but I can film the end results and wire wrapping those. And I am just rambling, so I get used to hearing my own voice again. Just softening this a little. And my fingers, I had a bit of a break. I've only been doing this for 3 months, but I had maybe a month off because it was really hot weather. It was way too hot in this room. I couldn't do this out in the lounge room because we have 2 cats. Need I say any more? So this isn't really a tutorial. Not really. It's nowhere near a tutorial. I am just crafting. And this will be a recording of how much I improve. I should have done it from the beginning. Some of my first ones, which I'm not sure where they are because my room is not quite finished, but yes, it has been an improvement. Just putting a little tension on that so it hugs the bead more. It'll still move, but it won't flip out because it's only looped through there. I have yet to do, I put little twists on designs, but I watch a lot of YouTube. So one of my favorites is, I'm going to go blank. Think it's Yvonne Back to Earth Creations and her partner Andy. I love watching their channel. She does nice long streams. Sometimes she's got a lot of tutorials, but she'll also just be there chatting and doing stuff like this. And although I love watching her while I'm crafting, I get sidetracked. I'll be doing one thing and then I'm like, oh, I want to try that. So yeah. So I love watching her stuff. She has like 3-4 hour long streams. Sometimes, well, her tutorials are usually a bit shorter, but they're nice and long. They're not these short, over-edited videos. So you get to see mistakes made and how to fix them, which I think is really useful. Don't get me wrong, I love being inspired by the shorter videos as well. There's awesome stuff out there, but for learning, for it to stick in my brain, I do like the longer ones. And Yvonne's laugh is friggin' hilarious. I love... She's one of those people that brightens up your day when you hear her laugh. Okay. So now, most of my tools are all just cheapies from sets that I got, because I've done jewellery making, mostly beading, before. What was I doing? I want that. Sorry, gotta remember to try and stay on camera. I hope the background music isn't too bad. I've got it on YouTube on non-commercial, so we'll see when I go to repost this later. So I just use this to see how it's hanging. There's some that don't have any out, but when I do a light bead like that, you can't really see it on this one, but with the darker wire you can see it, so then I have to make more of a... You can't see it through that one either. That's good, because it's a pain when you can see through a clear bead. My brain tells me I have to make it line up here. I got slippery fingers today. I spent too much time trying to set up my stream and then connecting my social media, and they're all other names, and so instead of just changing and making all new stuff, I'm just going to do this, and then if I need to, I will then make better accounts. Okay. Did I file these? I don't know if I filed these earlier. Sorry if the noise is terrible. Hang on, I'm just going to see if this will come out any further, because I keep coming off camera. I tend to lean here, so it makes sense to put the camera there. This is just to take any sharp bits off. This wire that I'm using, I've tried it for my ears, and I don't wear earrings that often anymore, even though I've got them pierced 3 times in each year. So they close over a little bit every now and then, and I I don't know why they are, but I made a pair that I liked that I'm keeping, so I wore them. And usually when I first put in earrings, after a while, my ears will play up and get irritated pretty quick. Didn't happen with this, so that's why I went ahead and worked out how to do the ear wires myself. These ones are nice and small, and they don't slip out. But I think for some other designs I will make them a longer hoop, because these are quite snug to the ear, which personally I like, but I know other people do not. Sorry, I need coffee. I don't know why I talk so low. I guess it's because I'm trying to talk quietly. I don't even know what the time is. 11:30. I got a feeling that's not right. I've been doing some volunteer work at dog groomers. So I've just been washing and drying the dogs and stuff. So any hardness I got on my fingers is now gone. Especially after taking a bit of a break too, so this might take a little while. I'm getting imprints already. I did a couple this morning and some yesterday, so... I don't know why I'm being so fiddly today. Well, as soon as the camera come on, I tend to get nervous. Oops. Okay, that one's not... It seems to be harder to get these tight. It still looks okay, and that one is also a little loose, so it's probably best if I don't mean loose, but like these aren't snug. Whereas on the red ones, they came together nice and close, whereas that's got the gap. I just tend to go with where the wire wants. I've yet to become its master. Turn that music down a little, it's very repetitive. Okay. Now, which way? Oh, did I do that? Not that it matters, but... never mind. Sometimes I do them the same, and other times I try to make them... is it asymmetrical? I'm not very good with all the different terminology. Like I said, I've only been doing this a couple months, so... I do need to get some saving up for some better tools. The best one I got is these, I think they're balers. This is a 6-tier one. So handy for making the loops and stuff. Okay. Just pop that on there for now for a little bit. Excuse my chair. I don't know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ouch, 7 more pairs that I'm making. I don't know if I want to post them today or not. I'm getting used to, it took me, I did 2 listings, but to be fair I did put a couple different colours in some of the same listings, like I got some pearl ones, these glass ones, and then these other marbly looking stone ones. I'll do a separate one for those. So but these ones, the ones that I've already got a listing and I can just add as variations, I'll probably put up. I've been very gun shy about putting stuff up on Etsy. I had some like print on demand stuff, and I don't think I sold anything through that. I've got a couple different print on demand stores, like I've got Redbubble, Under Trinket Trickster. Try saying that a few times fast. I didn't say that out loud before deciding on that name, did I? I ended up going, oh no. Ended up going with that name because that way I'm not stuck just doing one thing. Let's see. The green looks good against this. This is antique bronze. It's a plated copper. But I really love this colour. You can't really tell on the camera, which is a shame. Okay, where are we? That's where we are. But it looks really good against the green. Alrighty. Oh no, now I've got to do wire cutting and stuff. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Was it 2 inches for the ears and 4 for that? Okay. I just put some marks on my chopping board here. Sorry, there's a squirrel that likes to torment my cats and tease me. So what was I doing? 4 inches. And that was great. Next time I will turn off notifications for the camera that is at the front door that the squirrel keeps. I think I'll set up one of my other phones for that. You can kind of see the colour of it there. I really love this colour. I like the old antique look without it looking grungy. I do want to play around with bare copper and that, but that's way down the track when I've got some gear for that, for the whole antiquing. What do they call it? There's some terms that I just don't know. I tend to, when I bring another fresh pull off my wire, that I measure it again, because otherwise it varies too much. And the less I have to snip off at the end of a project, the better. Because I'm a poor girl. I do apologise if I randomly come out with weird accents. I used to do a lot of acting as a young thing, and just got used to doing all sorts of random stuff back in Australia. Me and my friends once went down to Adelaide. We're in a country town. We caught the bus down to Adelaide, and we decided that we would be, I think it was American for the day. So we had other Australians convinced, but I'm pretty sure if we came across any Americans, we may have offended. So yeah, we did that, and it was funny. We were there for a few hours. We come back home. It took forever to try and stop speaking with an accent. I also have a bad habit of picking up the accent that I am speaking with. So I try not to talk, because sometimes I will accidentally mimic. And yeah, I don't mean to be rude, but it happens. I also watched a lot of TV. I watch TikTok too much. My partner likes to change the words to songs that then forever remain in my head. I've lost count on how many a good song has been ruined. Oops. I'm not even counting, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 4 more. to turn the volume down, down on the YouTube. So I'm still not, I still don't have everything memorized. So, just as a catch up, let's see. See if I can put, nope. No. This is a terrible, I don't know how old the tablet I'm looking at is. Where we go. And of course every app has shit in a different position. I'm sorry. Captions. English. Okay. There we go. So then I can just turn the volume down on that and just read it. I will have to do better at finding music, non-commercial music on the TV, because that one keeps stopping. That's right. I've got to find out how many I'm measuring. I need to just move you. I think it's 2 for the ear hooks. And I gotta do my best not to say naughty words. Keeps jumping all over the place when I'm trying to fast forward it, so I'm just going to let that play while I just prepare these. And this is just to take off any really sharp bits so they don't catch on your clothing. Or scratch your skin. That wouldn't be pleasant. It's not going to tell me, so I think I'll just go with 2 inches. I hope that doesn't sound too terrible. I went with an emery board instead of a metal one, although they're all in my other craft room. I set this one up for all my dry stuff, so the beading and wire work and anything I'm putting together, and my main craft room, because this is actually the office that I have taken over. But my actual craft room has got all the bigger projects and the wet projects, so resin, and when I'm repurposing the CDs to cut them and stuff, and it's just a lot messier. So that is reserved for that room. So I've been setting up both rooms at the same time, trying to work out what tools I need to keep in here, what tools I put in little caddies that can move from room to room, and sometimes I'll go and work out in the lounge room. Like on the weekends, if we're not out and about or outside doing yard work, we'll just do stuff in the lounge room. If we're binge watching something, I can just take some stuff out. Usually if we're watching TV, I'll just do stuff like make my own jump rings, or just something simple that I can't mess up if I'm not paying attention. I'm not very good at just sitting doing one thing. Probably why I'm doing the whole streaming the stuff while I do it. These wire cutters I got are pretty good. My older pair kind of they squash it a lot more, which produces really pointy bits, which are harder to get off than just a little bit like this. It's my softest part there, so if I really want to test, because sometimes my fingers are just numb by the end of the day, and I cannot tell. So I think I've put these up for $16. This is the first time I have tried selling anything physical that I personally have made online. I have a very bad habit. Every time I make stuff, I've ended up giving it away. But this time, I'm trying not to give so much away. Although these beads, not the stone ones, but the pearl ones and these glass ones, I got a whole big thingy of them that a friend gave me, because I post little videos on TikTok to showing how I make stuff and that, and one of my friends follows me and asked me if I could do one with black beads, and I said I don't have any black beads, but you know, next pay or whatever, I hope to get some beads. The little shit went and brought me 2 big things of, I think it was from Michael's. It's a whole, where are we? These aren't the ones that came in, but all of those. So I got those, and then the same amount of the glass ones. So I've got a lot. So I made her, I think it was rings that I made. And compared to my earrings, they look pretty shoddy. But I gave her a bunch. And she tried to refuse, and I'm like, oh, did I do 4? I did. Well, I'm going to do another 4, so that's already prepped. Alright, so I'm doing 2. No, 2 seems too small. Let's just do a tester. maybe it was 3. I think it was 3. Because I changed it slightly from what she did. Let's just do a test run. Now realistically I didn't really need to do both ends of the other wire because one is actually stuck in the bead, but I would then have to try and work it out each time I did that, so I feel like my camera is getting a little wonky. Hang on. Not the best setup. Okay, ow. Just use a cloth because it just makes it a little easier on my fingers. Just warm it up a little and straighten it a little. Okay. So I've been trying to do, this is from the current one that I'm watching. Doing them both at the same time. Sorry, I was just having a thought. I think it was that one. Or did I make that one? Let me have a look. Yes, it's the same. And then I think that's that one. Or is it that one? No, it is the second last. Gosh. Should work out what fan is making a weird noise. Wow, okay, we'll put that down, have a sip of my coffee. Okay, let's try again. Can't tell I haven't done this for a little bit. So this is on the outside, yes. What did I do? I did 3 inches. This is definitely, it was only meant to be 2. Okay, I should have gone with my gut. Whoa, okay. Need to see how far down I went. It's always so fiddly until I get used to. So just a little beyond is where I do think that's about that. Back there. Yeah, that's about right. Now the trick is so that bit always after the bend when I cut it is always a little different in length. I try not to mess with it too much, but that is the reasoning that the lady on the YouTubes is doing them at the same time, so at least that pair is identical. Otherwise it's just too much messing around. And I agree with her. Pull apart a little. Okay. So my leftover is a little over an inch. So I will go back to the 3. No, 2. That was 3. And this I can make a couple jump rings out of later. Put that aside. Excuse the chair. Okay, so making 2-inch. It's just annoying. This light here is really that squirrel is busy today. My ginger cat forever. Gingers are a special breed, those ones, but he's forever headbutting the window trying to catch. And that little black fluffy one, and she little trying to catch it. They're so cute. It's very entertaining. Sometimes I have to lock them out when I'm working because I don't get anything done. 1, 2, 4, altogether So I need 3 more. I like to do them in bunches like this because once it's a little bit of a pain, but once it's all organised, it's a little less break in the system and I can just get them out. Sometimes I'll just do the bottom wrap part first and do all those and then put the earrings on. Just depends on my mood. No rhyme or reason. But doing stuff in bulk is time saving at times, and then at others my brain is like, no, this is boring. So I'm trying to be self-disciplined. I set out, I have to get at least these earrings done before I change to something else. So that is the plan. And I do tend to do my ear loops first, just so they're all sitting up there. Okay, that's, I don't know how many times I need to count things, but yeah, apparently a lot. Put you back up there. The extra one. Nope, that's not going to work. Guess these ones I can do just the one end. I should remember, because I will need to trim the other end, and then that's just a waste of time. Okay. And I find that if I do the same thing, like get all the hooks done, I get faster, because then it turns into muscle memory. Wow, today's just... Oh, that's why. So fiddly today. seem a lot smaller than... Come back. Don't leave me. There. Sisters feel... Sorry, just cover it up like that so it doesn't fly everywhere or in my eyes. Probably should wear glasses, but it gives me a headache. Although, in the other room, I did buy some, it's like the clear visor instead of wearing a mask through the pandemic. Is that actually officially over, or is it still not being downgraded, or I don't know. I stopped watching the news because I got so friggin' stressed over the whole thing, and I ended up catching it anyway, and I didn't leave the freaking house. So there's that. So now I've been forcing myself to go out by myself and do stuff, because I just got... yeah, that was a little ridiculous. Alrighty. Nice if this would speed up a little. But we'll get there. That's why at the moment I've just got these earrings up. Oh, and then I've got some, I think it's a few items from Shine On that I discovered the other week, which apparently has been around a while, where it's jewellery and you just design a little message that's on the background kind of thing. So just a bit of graphic design. So I've got some of those up there. I'll probably will, well, now that, because last time I was on Etsy, so much has changed. I've watched a few videos, and that's why I've been iffy about going back on, but for me, it's a little more simpler because they do everything right. So thought I'd give it a go. Might not make as much, but I'm kind of doing it for the experience of selling, if that makes sense. Like, I've worked in customer service for I don't know how long. Which way? This is going on that way. But for some reason it seems to be different when it's my own stuff. How did I do this last time? Okay, let's see if I can turn that darn camera